Okay, let's just dive right in. Here's a kind of a wild thought for you. What if the smarter you are, the more likely you are to completely ruin your own project? I know it sounds nuts, but when it comes to building things, sometimes being too clever is your absolute biggest enemy.
And this is pretty much the heart of it. This quote just nails it. Building for some imaginary future instead of what you need today is honestly one of the fastest ways to fail. It's a trap so many of us fall into. And it's not because we're bad at what we do. It's because we're trying so hard to be future-proof. So, what are we really talking about here? Well, there's a name for it. Over-engineering. It's this habit of creating these incredibly complicated, super robust solutions for problems you don't actually have yet. It feels really productive while you're doing it, but in reality, it just slows everything down and opens up way more doors for bugs to creep in. And I'm willing to bet these signs look a little familiar. It's things like spinning up a whole bunch of microservices for a tiny app, or creating these really elegant, complex abstractions for just a couple of simple features. You build out scaling logic for traffic that just doesn't exist. And my personal favorite, those just-in-case features that add all this weight and complexity, but, they almost never get used. And this is what happens. Before you know it, your simple, beautiful idea has turned into this tangled, complex mess. You've basically built the foundation for a skyscraper when all you really needed was a simple cabin. And now you're just stuck under the weight of your own creation, unable to pivot or adapt quickly. Okay, so I know what you're thinking. This is the question everybody asks, right? But wait, isn't it responsible to plan for success? Shouldn't I build for scale from day one? And yeah, that's a totally fair point. But there's a really, really crucial difference we have to talk about. And this right here is that difference. See, planning is about thinking ahead. Overbuilding is about building ahead. Planning is smart. It prepares you for growth when it comes. Overbuilding is expensive and slow. It assumes a very specific version of growth that might never happen. And if you want a real-world example, look no further. So many startups burn through all their time and money designing for millions of users that they never actually get. Meanwhile, Facebook? It started as one messy application in a dorm room, a monolith. It only grew and got more complex when the growth demanded it. That's the whole lesson right there. So how do you actually do that? How do you build like early Facebook and not like one of those startups that flame out? Well, the experienced pros, they use this really simple but powerful mental model. It helps them stay grounded, and it all comes down to asking two deadly simple questions. Here it is. This is the secret sauce. First, you ask yourself, what is the absolute simplest thing that will work right now? Not forever, just for now. And then the second, and I think more powerful question, what can I delay building until it becomes a genuine, actual pain? These two questions force you to focus on today's reality, not tomorrow's fantasy. You see, this changes your whole mindset. You stop trying to build the perfect, complete, final system from the get-go. Instead, you build a solid, simple core that has really clear extension points. Think of them like little hooks or placeholders where you can easily add more features or complexity later, if and when you actually need to. Now, this way of thinking has always been important, but with the rise of AI, it's not just important anymore, it is absolutely essential. The tools have changed the game, and that means our approach has to change too. Because here's the new danger we all face. You can go ask an AI to build you an app, and it will happily spit out the most beautiful, scalable, enterprise-grade architecture for your weekend side project. AI is an over-engineering machine, and it has absolutely no brakes. So your job isn't just about building anymore. Your new job is to be the constraint. You have to be the one to tell the AI what not to build. You have to be the one to keep the designs intentionally simple. Because now more than ever, we have to remember, great system design doesn't start in a prompt or a line of code. It starts in your head. So what's the big takeaway from all of this? If there's one thing to remember, it's this simple mantra. Design for today, but leave space for tomorrow. Build exactly what you need right now, but do it in a smart way that lets you expand when the time is right. So I'll just leave you with this one question to think about for yourself. What are you working on right now that's really a just-in-case feature? What's that one piece of complexity that you could simplify, or maybe even better, just delay? The smartest move you can make today might just be to stop building it.